this tattoo taboo in our culture is incredibly stupid in so many ways. I just want to list like small things. It's really small things. Besides the discriminatory hiring practices, which are big things, right? And also the deferential, not preferential. I don't know what the right word for this is. The I guess discriminatory behavior by police. Because if you have prominent tattoos, police will treat you as a worse person, and that's. I wish I could submit to you a study, but even though tattoo culture is fascinating, you're seeing the birth of a new art form, a new culture, and it's being documented only by the people that do it. You're witnessing that, sociologists, and you're not doing anything about it. I don't understand that. So there should be studies that show whether cops treat people with tattoos worse or not. But there isn't. There's, as far as I know, very few grants are given to the study of, new memeplexes coming out of just brilliant innovators, which is a shame. But here are the small things that are interesting to me that aren't huge. So let's get the big things off our table and relax about them. Who cares if we get discriminated against by the cops and by the hiring managers? Let's talk about our families. You know, what did your family do when you first had your most prominent tattoo? Is a question I would ask to the people in my audience who have prominent tattoos. Mine didn't say, "Wow, that's beautiful." It wasn't like, even at the office, let's say, or some cousin comes in and they have a terrible haircut, like mine is currently. I don't know what this monk haircut is. I'm still trying to get some hair back. When they come in with a terrible haircut, you're polite. You say, "Oh, nice haircut. I'm glad that you lie a little bit. It's a white lie. I'm sorry for your old hair," you might say jokingly, if you feel like it was a really bad haircut. But you would never disown them. You would never treat them worse than you would before. You know what I mean? That it's a haircut. And yet, substantively, a haircut or a style of clothing change, some minor piercing, getting a new handbag that's going to be with you for a long time, buying a new shirt, right? These things are no different than prominent tattoos, substantively. I mean, nothing changed about the person's character, unless you really think that it's such a formative instance of the needles. I don't really think it is. I think that you could make a case for it. I'd listen to you. But the truth is that it's the same person in front of you with or without the tattoo. But your parents aren't going to give you any sort of "Oh, I do think it looks really good. I think it's beautiful." They won't say that sort of thing. And you would say that if somebody was nervous about their haircut. But there are other ways that taboo plays itself out. So for instance, I wear a hat until my hair's grown back and I feel decent about my head. I don't like being bald. I don't like the idea of bald white men for some reason. It's just the culture I grew up in. They don't show up in the media as being things that I really look up to. Who am I going to look up to? Eminem? Fucking, I look up to other heroes. And very few of them look like me. So what am I trying to get at? So I'm wearing the hat to kind of avoid that, and I go into a store and I'm buying something, or I'm just shopping and browsing, and somebody says, "Hey, can I see the rest of that?" Now, if I say no, then they'll press me. They'll be like, "Oh, come on," and I'll have to be in the position where I have to say something like, "You're really used to getting your way, aren't you?" Maybe some other time. I promise you, I'll show you next time when I feel more comfortable with you. But right now, I'm not showing you my tattoos, just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? You're lucky, YouTube. I don't know why you get that privilege, but you get it. But people on the street don't necessarily get it. I hope that makes sense. Because eventually this video probably will be taken down. That just seems to be my pattern. But what I'm trying to say is, if somebody has tattoos, that doesn't mean that they're an open art gallery. If you can see the tattoos and you can look at them without commenting or without demanding some behavior change from them, look away. Man, they put them out there, right? But let's say they have to roll up their sleeve for you. What happens next? Do they have to roll up their pant leg? Are they going to have to take off their shirt and show their belly tattoo because you have access to their skin? Is that what happens? I guess I just feel like the rights of tattooed people have been forgotten because tattooed people have just gotten into the culture. So I guess they didn't establish sufficient rights. So you're going to discriminate against them when you're fucking hiring people? You're going to just demand that you look at whatever part of their body you want? Is that what you're on about, culture? Anyway, these, like I said, are minor things, but they matter, don't they? So let's fix them up, you know? Like, tell your friends. Fucking be cool. I'll try to also. I have more trouble than you do, probably. Later.